that is separating you and keeping you from financial freedom, it's not your income, it's your debt. Today, I'm going to share with you why it's so important that we get out of debt. And I'm going to take you along with my journey of getting out of debt too. I was sitting here and I was thinking about why is it so important that we get out of debt? Well, today I'm going to share a couple tips that will help you get out of debt so that way that you can have financial freedom. Well, my name is Sharika. I am a life insurance agent. I am a business consultant, and I believe that it's so important that we work on paying down debt. And I'm going to explain to you why. So stick around to the end of this video. This video is going to be very helpful to everyone. Number one, when people have a lot of debt, debt causes a lot of stress. And remember, when we are stressed out, it can affect our mental health, it can affect our physical health. So that's why it's so important that we reduce our debt. And remember, we have to track our expenses. We have to sit down and write down how much money do we have coming into our house. And then also, we have to sit down and we have to look at our bank statements and for the whole month, look and see actually what we spend our money on. We need to have a bill section. So we need to add up all of our bills. So if you have a mortgage or if you have rent, we need to know how much we make. How much we make at our job and how much we bring home every week. I know some people that their income it varies by each week, but we have to sit down and know how much we have coming in. Because I know it sounds so simple, but I admit that I sometimes didn't look at my pay stub. So it sounds so easy, but sometimes people don't even look at their pay stub. They're just get paid and then they're just spending money. So that's the main thing in paying down debt is to relieve financial stress because remember, money is one of the number one causes of heart attack. Um, Hello, and also it's the number one cause of people having health problems. And remember, we have to take care of ourselves. I'm not saying that um, I know life is going to happen. I know that we're going to have health challenges, but it's so important that um, we take care of ourselves and we reduce our debt. And then also, it's so important that we pay down debt because I hear some people say that, well, credit doesn't matter. But to me, yes, credit does matter. I had a high interest credit card one time and I looked at my credit card statement because we're busy, you're working. Like I say, stuff that seems so simple, people just get so busy, they don't like take time to look at their credit card statement. Some people don't even really look at their bank statement each month. But if a person has a high interest credit card at like 24%, you're giving away so much money each month. You can take that money and invest that money. If you're a homeowner, you can fix up your house. So that's why we just don't want to give money away. I know everyone has to start somewhere. We have to build up our credit, but after a while, we have to start somewhere. But after a while, it's so important that we work on building our credit. So that way we just won't give money away to people. And also, another reason why it's so important to pay down debt is because I'm not saying that we're obligated to pay for our parents, but me as being a life insurance agent, um, I see a lot of people, um, their parents is getting older, and a lot of people, they cannot afford to hire anyone to take care of their parents. I mean, it's something that we're all going to go through. We're all going to get older one day. So that's something to think about, retirement, if we want to, maybe help our parents when they get older. And then also, we have to think about our retirement. And also, it's so important to pay down debt. That way, that we can build wealth for our family, generational wealth. Remember, it's so important that we make sure that we have life insurance. And remember, the money that we're paying in extra in high interest, we can use that money to get more life insurance, because money, it really does matter, because I work with a lot of clients, and after the person passed away, a lot of the family members, they have to struggle financially for a while. So that's why life insurance is so important. It's great to have enough to bury us, but it's also good to have, extra, because just think about it. Some people, they're the breadwinner of the family, and if something happens to them, I mean, the other people cannot, um, they cannot continue to live that lifestyle, because we have a lot of senior people. For example, if someone passes away and they're taking care of their mother, um, you want your mother to be able to be taken care of. So that's why it's so important to pay down debt. Do anybody have any questions about um, building wealth? And remember, getting out of debt, it doesn't happen overnight. The first thing is that we have to admit that if we have a problem, remember, in life, any problem that we have to get to the root of it. And then that way we can go from there to try to figure out a way to get out of debt. And then also, um, debt, it can really make a lot of people work super hard. Um, when you get debt free, you feel so much free. It's like a something just lifted out of your body. You just feel so amazing, because remember, debt, it can hold us back, because if we have a credit card, a high interest credit card, and the amount that we owe on it, if the amount is a lot and we're paying high interest, um, that's holding us back from building wealth. And just think what we can use that money to, um, that high interest to pay. We can invest in real estate. Um, and remember, I have heard people say that credit doesn't matter. So we have to be very careful, who we listen to when we're trying to pay down debt. And then also, we need to have a budget. Remember, we have to have a budget, and remember, we have to have boundaries. Um, we have to be able to tell people no, even if it's your spouse, your mom, your dad, your kids. After a while, you tell them, hey, I'm on a budget. We're only going to spend this amount when we go out to eat. And then people, after a while, they'll get in the habit like, hey, is this in your budget? So we have to have boundaries, and we have to look out for ourselves, if we want to get out of debt. Because remember, we can, it's easy to get out of debt, but it's hard, but it takes time to get out. But once we get out of debt, nobody's going to come and help us. We have to get ourselves out of debt. So, we have to focus on, what makes us happy, and, what helps us become, you know, financially free of debt. And then also, we don't want that to affect our health and our mental health, because remember, health is number one. Um, oh my goodness, health is so important. I mean, we cannot, it's important. So, do anybody have any questions? Oh, someone said, oh, thanks everybody for joining me. That is both a break maker. It is all about breakdown of problem cause. Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, yes, we have to admit, see what the problem, what caused the debt is, and then we have to have a solution. So, we have to think positive. Um, and it's also a great idea to look and see, um, do we have a do we need to make more money, or are we spending um too much money? Because sometimes it can be us. For example, I mean, I've swiped my card for something that wasn't like an emergency. So really, credit cards is like for emergency, or if you're gonna, like, if you need a tire, um, let's say if you had to go to the dentist, something like that, like an emergency. But I have like swiped it for something that wasn't like really an emergency. I could have like went without it. So that's one thing that we have to, when we're getting out of debt, look at ourselves, see if it's something that we're doing, because we can swipe our credit card for stuff that we don't even need, or stuff that we can wait, swiping instead of swiping our credit card. Yes, thanks everybody for joining me. I am just so happy. I am so happy. And then also, a lot of, if people have a lot of debt, some people, they end up staying on their jobs a long time. And a lot of people, they're not happy. I know that, we have to pay bills, but, when you have low debt, you don't, you don't have a whole lot of burden. So a lot of people, they have to like work extra hard, like, because they have so much debt. But like I said, the first thing is just realizing that, we have a problem, and then that we need to cut back on it. Because me, honestly, as I get older, I want to work smart. I want to, work hard. I want to work smart, not hard. I want my money to work for me. I want to build wealth, and I want to help other people build wealth, because I see so many families today that they really could use more financial income. Um, so that's why it's my mission to help people build wealth. I do one-on-one consultations. So if you click the link in the description, I will be happy to assist you. You do not have to get out of debt by yourself. I'm here to hold your hand. so that way that you can build wealth for you and your family. So just comment if there are any debt that you're trying to pay off, any financial goals that you have. And remember, the main thing is just having financial freedom and reducing financial stress. Yes, anybody have any questions? Okay. Okay, wow. Okay, I would definitely check that book out. Basic, Basic Economics by Mr. Thomas. Finance Escaping Date was a blessing. Oh, wow. That is good. Okay, that is amazing. Yes, I love reading financial books. That is so important. I heard that The Millionaire Next Door, I heard that was a good book. One of my coaching students said they read that. I'm going to check out that book. I haven't read it yet though. Oh yeah, The Success Principles. It's by Jack Canfield. Um He's the guy that wrote the chicken noodle soup chicken noodle soup. I remember in school we used to read it, The Success Principles. That's a really good book. I mean, it's like when I opened up the book, it's like the first chapter. I was like, oh my goodness. But first, he's saying that, we have to take responsibilities for our actions. So, I mean, I admit that, that's the first step. Mhm. See, yeah, too many people suffer in debt is sad because we end up looking for things to blame. Yep. Mhm. That is sad because we end up looking for things to blame. Yeah, you're right. Yes, you're right. If we wanna see different, um, we have to make a change. Then also, it's a great idea to think of ways that we can bring in extra income without um, without risking your health. So if you work, find something that you can, like, maybe you can do, like working from home. Um, if you can work a second job when you get off, but just think of ways. Look at your schedule and see what you can do to bring in extra income that won't um I don't want you to get overwhelmed, but something that just will um work with your schedule. Basically what I'm saying is, like, think of ways that we can bring in extra income by working smarter, like not really hard. What I'm basically saying is something that we can make more income, but without um, wearing down our body. And then we have to be realistic too. If someone works at nighttime, I wouldn't want them going out, getting off. Maybe just just be safe with it. If your health is number one, that's my main goal. Mhm. Yes, thanks everybody for joining my live. I decided to just get on this live because I was just feeling good. I was like, well, let me share something with the people about, just motivate everyone and, explain, the benefits of, getting out of debt. Because I see a lot of people, they suffer. And I know life happens. I know people lose their job. I know things happen. I'm not here to judge anyone. I'm working on my stuff too, but um, it's just something really to think about. Think about, why is it, so important and then like I say, financial literacy is so important. And then also, we want to have money to invest in ourselves. We want to build financial literacy for our family. And like I said, we want to save for retirement. We want to be able to help our parents. Not saying we're obligated, help your loved ones. Start a business. Oh, yeah, that's so important. Starting a business, I do business consultation too. So it's so important to consider starting a side business. Just think of something that you like to do naturally. Because debt keeps a lot of people at jobs that they're not really happy at, some people. And then after a while, you know, it starts making their health really bad. And remember, the money doesn't do us any good when we're in a situation where our health is bad. Remember, health is number one. Yeah, so just click the link in the description for a one on one and comment if you're working on any financial goals that you're working on and any steps. I'm here to hold your hand if you need my assistance. I offer one on one consultations. So just, yes, like this video and hit the subscribe button. I really, I really care about people and I want to help people build wealth. And remember, the main thing is just being healthy. So just hit that subscribe button and follow me weekly for more financial tips.